Wayne from the Cernan Earth and Space Center here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the one planet that we can see no matter what time we go outside and take a look. And that is the planet that we're on, the Earth. It's the only planet we can survive on that we know of, and it is the most important planet to us. So we're going to fly out a little bit into outer space and take a closer look at this giant spaceship that we're all flying on. We're going to use NASA's EYES software to do that, so without any further ado, let's jump in and take a look. So here we're using the NASA EYES software, specifically the NASA EYES on the Earth software, to take a look at our own planet. Now, not only is our planet the one that we can see no matter when we go outside and take a look, but it's also the one that we've studied the most, and that makes sense because it's the only one that we can live on. And so we've got all of these satellites that we can see going around the Earth, and each one of them is studying the planet. Now, this is just a small fraction of the thousands of satellites that travel around our planet. Some of them are used for communication, some of them are used for studying outside, such as the Hubble Space Telescope and looking out into the universe. But many of them, as we can see here, are focused on our own planet and studying things like the ocean and weather patterns and climate change and all this sort of cool stuff. And we also have, if we can find it coming around here, the International Space Station flying around the planet as well. And that is where people are living in outer space right now. They are flying around the planet at one orbit every 90 minutes. So they're moving pretty quickly. Now, we have time sped up here. We're going at about 2 minutes per second. So things are moving a lot faster from our point of view than they are in real life. But we can take a look at some of the cool data coming from these satellites by using the NASA EYES on the Earth. And we can get a look at the visible Earth, which will show us a 24-hour-old mosaic from this SWOMI NPP satellite, the National Polar Orbiting Partnership spacecraft. And it is taking images of the cloud cover and weather patterns that are covering the entire globe. So it'll make a mosaic of the past 24 hours of cloud cover as it flies around the Earth, and give us a good idea of some of the cool weather patterns that we can see. We can also take a look at the global temperature. You can see that it's pretty hot over most of the globe, especially here in the Sahara region and in India, where we would expect it to be pretty hot. And then the North Pole and the South Pole are going to be pretty cold. Now, this is not only very cold, but we don't really have too much data covering the very tip of the South Pole, and some of the North Pole doesn't get covered quite as much. But we can see pretty average warm temperatures around, and we can also take a look at things like greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, and this shows us that, well, we're not in a good place with carbon dioxide. And there is actually a data set we can use in the NASA EYES on this Earth software, which will show us the animation of carbon dioxide covering from 2002 going until February 2016. So we'll see that in the early 2000s, the levels of carbon dioxide were not terrible in the blue and green level. But as time goes on, we will see that it starts to get more into the yellows. And then as we get closer to the end of this data set, 2016, it starts to turn more into oranges and then reds. And since then, it really unfortunately hasn't got much better. So, with Earth Day just having passed recently, it is important for us to focus on our climate here on the Earth and what we can do to prevent things like carbon dioxide and global temperatures from rising too much, because this is the only planet that we know of that we can survive on. There's lots of talk of sending people to the moon and Mars, but that is just temporary solutions. We cannot survive in those climates. We would need to build somewhere for us to live. Well, the Earth is our spaceship throughout the cosmos. This is the rock that we can live on, so we need to take care of this planet. So I encourage you to take a look at NASA's EYES on the Earth software, do some exploring with it, learn more about our planet, because it is the most important planet in the universe to us. Well, thank you everyone for taking a look at our very special planet Earth with me today. Again, my name is Wayne from the Cernan Earth and Space Center. Remember, you can always see the Earth no matter what time you go out and take a look, but to see all the other cool stuff, you have to go out and make sure you take a look at your night skies.